Thank you, Keith. Good morning. As Keith said, my name is Mark Hands, and I'm the Director of Supplier Diversity and Associate Director of the Office of Minority and Women Inclusion for the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago. I want to welcome you to day 4 of the 9th Annual Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago's signature Supplier Diversity Initiative, Business Smart Week. Business Smart Week serves as a value-generating partner to the business community by convening experts to transfer knowledge and provide diverse and small businesses with the tools to better manage their business. This year's theme is Accelerating Business Diversity, Moving Forward Together. This is also, as Keith mentioned, the 5th annual Doing Business with the Federal Reserve and Private Industry Conference in partnership with the National Veteran Business Development Council. This event is designed to facilitate business relationships between veteran business owners, federal agencies, state agencies, and corporations. COVID-19 has had a devastating impact on minority small businesses and a disproportionate impact on African-American businesses and communities. Many minority businesses will not return as for many reasons, such as the lack of access to capital, not benefiting from policy solutions such as PPP loans, and the desperate need for technical support to pivot their businesses. Our region's communities have great strengths, but today face extraordinary challenges. Recovering from this pandemic will require an unprecedented effort. Our supplier diversity program serves as the value generating partner to the business community by convening these experts to transfer the knowledge and to help you better manage your business. Supplier diversity directly aligns with the Federal Reserve's mission to foster a strong economy and maximize employment as diverse businesses help to support the economic base in the communities in which they do business and serve. I have a funny story about Keith when we met about 5 years ago. I called him up and said, "Keith, do you know where I can get any weapons and ammunition?" And Keith, he wasn't sure what to make of the request. He wasn't sure if we should call the authorities. But then I told him that we have billions of dollars in our banks and we have a law enforcement unit that secures our facilities. Long story short, Keith and I have been friends ever since. I would also like to thank all of our speakers today on what I think will be a very informative program. And lastly, I want to thank all of you for attending today, to all those who have served, and I thank you for your service. Before we begin, I want to tell you a little bit about doing business with the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago. And just a little bit about the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is essentially the central bank of the United States. Our mission is to promote a stable financial system. Our goals are to have stable prices and full employment. And these two ideas are often referred to as the Fed's dual mandate. So the three main functions of the Federal Reserve are monetary policy, that's the lowering or raising of interest rates, banking supervision and regulation, and financial services. And the financial services, when you think about your wire transfers, ACH, your debit and credit cards, making sure those transactions goes through, that's what the Fed helps ensure. The Federal Reserve, just so you know, the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago is one of 12 regional banks across the United States. And together with the Board of Governors, we serve as a central bank. The Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago serves the 7th District and an economically diverse region that includes all of Iowa, most of Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin. We have approximately 1,500 employees. So the supplier diversity supports our diversity, equity, and inclusion mission. And supplier diversity serves as a value-generating business partner by supporting the bank's mission of fostering a strong economy, as I mentioned. We also serve to cultivate opportunities for and enhance the capacity of diverse organizations. We do strategic consulting within our bank. We provide guidance to different areas within our bank and our affinity groups, and we help build community partnerships. To contribute to the Chicago Fed being an institution with a diverse and inclusive culture where all the employees bring their authentic selves, where everyone has equal access to opportunities for growth and development, and where the communities we impact thrive. That is really the central pillar of our diversity and equity and inclusion vision and mission. A little bit about our supplier diversity program. we've been very successful over the last 10 years. You know, our diversity spend was around 8% about 10 years ago. Now we were 24% in 2020, and we've been over 20% the last 3 years. As far as our procurement process, one of the things I want you to always remember is that the Federal Reserve is not a government agency. That said, we do not follow the Federal Acquisition Regulations or the FAR. We do not authorize GSA pricing or our federal supply schedules. Really the following. Any opportunity less than $35,000, we try to get one quote from a diverse supplier. Between $35,000 and $250,000, we try to get at least 3 written quotes from diverse suppliers, and then above $250,000, we require at least it has to go out to bid as an RFP, and we require at least 1 minority business enterprise and 1 women-owned business enterprise. One of the things that we've done, the Dodd-Frank Act back in 2010 established the focus of minority and women-owned businesses. But one of the things that we've done at the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago is we've expanded our efforts to include veteran-owned businesses, LGBT-owned businesses, because we want to be very inclusive in all of the work that we do. Some key points in doing business with us is that suppliers must agree to the Office of Minority and Women Inclusion fair inclusion language, contracting language. That language is really states what I mentioned before, is that we want to make sure that to the maximum extent possible, the vendors that we do business with have a commitment to including minorities and women in their workforce, as well as their contracting opportunities. Again, as I mentioned, we don't follow the federal acquisition regulations. We cannot accept general service administration terms. We are tax exempt by law, except in the state of Michigan. And our technology suppliers, keep in mind that we have very stringent security assurance requirements. So we definitely want you to be aware of that if you want to do business with us. Suppliers must have the appropriate levels of insurance, and contracts awarded to the supplier with the best meets our stated criteria. Our contracts typically run about 3 years, and we strongly encourage you to have a DUNS number. One of the things I just want you to be aware of, as I mentioned, we have billions of dollars in our bank at any given time. So any contractor that has a contract with us, there are levels, a couple levels of security clearance that are needed for your employees. Level 1 requires approved standard background checks that are supplied by the bank. These checks are completed, within 1 to 2 hours. It requires visitor notification for work days, and this level 1 clearance usually expires in 1 year from approval date. Then level 2 security clearance is usually for high security areas and technology, requires fingerprints that are performed by the bank. You may get a picture badge, and these clearances usually expire in 3 years from the approval date. And kind of what we buy, think about goods and equipment. As I mentioned, we have weapons and ammunition, we buy artwork, we buy automobiles, we buy copiers, computers, networking equipment, servers. We do a lot of work in maintaining our facilities, so we would need electricians, plumbers, painting, HVAC, mechanical. We do cafeteria equipment cleaning, furniture, general construction, housekeeping, landscaping, and professional services. We talk about architectural services, audiovisual services, consulting, engineering, software, and training. And we have other things like temporary staffing, catering services, trash removal, uniform and linen services as well. One of the things too, Business Smart Week is one of our signature events. And we feel that technical assistance programs like Business Smart Week really are a sweet spot, as we don't spend a lot of money. People think, oh, Federal Reserve, you must spend billions of dollars. Well, actually, we spend between 50 and $60 million a year. And so we provide technical assistance programs through our partners from the National Minority Supplier Development Council and its affiliates, and WeBank and its affiliates. We have the NVBDC, and recently we just brought on as a strategic partner the Illinois LGBT Chamber of Commerce. And as I mentioned, Business Smart Week, we started this week and we're ending today for this year. And basically, we provide small minority and women-owned businesses with information and tools to better manage their business. We've had more than 2,200 people attend since 2013. And we started some new partnerships with Northern Trust Bank in Chicago of accelerating business diversity in our area. And we're always looking for new partnerships to try and advance the inclusivity of diverse vendors. Again, we have a numerous strategic partners, and the NVBDC being a key partner for us. We've had a great relationship over the last 5 years, and we're going to continue to grow our relationship. And we're just excited about being here. I will be doing some of the one-on-one sessions later, so I can give you more information, and we'll make sure I'll put my contact information in the chat. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me for more information. So with that, before we start with our next program, I want to introduce our Vice President and Detroit Branch Regional Director, Rick Matum. He would like to provide some welcome remarks. So Rick, the floor is yours.